What's up, everyone? It's Casey here again from Life and Growth. How you doing? How you doing? So I just thought we'd have a little talk. I was talking to a friend of mine today, this morning, who is just had he's just got a greenie. Greenie. If anyone knows what a greenie or a fresh or an apprentice, fresh apprentice in the building game. He's as green as anything, fresh as fresh can be. He's only been in it a couple of weeks, and he says to me, things are just, I've got such a tight schedule, and I've got this, things are just going to take too long. He's never done anything. He's green, like, I've just, I've got such a tight schedule. So I thought, hey, I gave him a little bit of advice from, my time with an apprentice, and I thought I could share. This is, a life and growth after all. So here's a little tip that I had. This is my garage. A little tip I had for him. It may work for you. It may not. You may have better advice. You may not. But when starting off with an apprentice, could be any game, any trades, anything at all, and their first day, their first week, their first month, the best advice I can give to you to start with is patience. You have to be patient. You must be patient. This individual, this person, they may be coming in as a day oneer. They may not have any experience in the game that you're playing. Good way to put it. Game that you're playing. Life's a game. In the game that you play, whether it's building, electrician, plumber, drain laying, you could be a window washing, water blasting. God, you could be picking up dog poop. People can come into this game day one and have done. They haven't even touched a tool. They've got no experience. Bumbling. They've got no experience. You have to excuse me. I'm trying to be a nice wee posse here. That'll do. There's a bit of stuff there, but you'll be alright. Sorry. These people don't have any experience at all. They may as well be a newborn baby learning how to breathe. That's a natural thing. That's a bad example. Learning the best way to feed them, to feed. So my advice, patience. Patience. Just be patient. Be patient. Give them simple activities to do. For example, gibboard or drywall, depending where you are. Just get them to glue. Get them to glue the wall. Don't get them to measure anything. Don't get them to cut anything. Just get them to glue and get them to fix it on the wall. And you're the same thing you're going to give me is, that'll take too long. I don't have time for this. Never waste it. If you do not invest your time into this apprentice now, in their first steps in becoming an apprentice or becoming a builder, whatever it is, if you do not invest your time, your patience, and give them your knowledge, they will fail ultimately. They will fail ultimately. If you're not prepared to give them the time, give them your knowledge, your experience, then move them on. Give them to someone else. Do not just, you can do yourself a favour, but do them a favour in their life and their career and their advancement, and move them on. You actually have to invest most of your time in your day. If you're working side by side with this young individual or older individual, 50% or more of your time is going to be making sure that they are on track, that they are getting what's required of them, or the job description you've given them, or... Sorry, my mouth's a bit sore. If you've seen other shorts of mine, I've had a tooth removed. But anyway, I'm pushing through this, and I am in a bit of pain. But hey, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But I needed to get this out because it was fresh, and if it's fresh, yeah. So anyway, you're going to spend most of your time keeping an eye on them. There'll be a lot of pressure possibly coming from the outside too, whether it's a boss of yours or someone you answer to saying what's taking so long. Helps if they've had an apprentice themselves, but they're also going to put a lot of work and a lot of load on you and expect you to still perform at the same while teaching somebody. There's the old saying of those that, how's it worded? Those that do, is it those that do, and those that can't teach? Something like that. That is not how it's worded, but you know where I'm coming from, or where I'm going with it. And if you don't, that's okay, look it up, because I don't think it was explained very well. Anyway, invest your time in them. It's going to be stressful, it's going to be painful, you may lose some hair, lucky for me, not so bad. But you can expect, especially coming from the building sector in likes of New Zealand and potentially somewhere like Australia. Not too sure about likes of the United States particularly, or even the UK and around the world as well. But here in New Zealand, and I think Australia, we do a lot of, as a builder, we do a lot of the works from the ground up. We don't have specific teams like framers, finishers, blah blah blah. We're there from first peg to last door handle. Be a way to put it. So in that game, there's a very good chance for 3 years that your apprentice is going to be not no good to you, but hard work. Very hard work. As they learn the ropes, they learn the game. It's going to take that time because it's experience, it's remembering the steps, it's remembering quality too. You could know all the stuff in the world. You could have 10 years experience and the rest, but be very poor in quality. You want to teach good quality as well as teach them the game and how to do their job. But you want to teach very good quality. I've seen guys who have been builders for years and their quality is terrible. You wouldn't want them touching your house, put it that way. Or you wouldn't want them building a dog kennel, which is a good example I heard years ago. Saying yes, he's built for a long time, but I wouldn't trust him building my dog's kennel. Anyway, sorry, without getting off course. So apprentices, even if you're an apprentice now, wanting to be an apprentice, listening in, take your time, teach them good fundamentals, good quality, and also to respect the tools of the trade, because they may not be yours or theirs, to start with. You could be giving your tools to the apprentice to use. So as an apprentice, respect the tools given to you. Those tools is what's gonna makes your living. Things are gonna take time. Give all the knowledge that you can give without overloading, and just be patient. From my experience, patience is patience. You gotta be patient. You have to be patient. It'll drive you up the wall, and it'll definitely drive you to drink on days. But be patient. And for you apprentices out there, just absorb everything. Take a lot of pictures. Ask a lot of questions. There's no silly questions. There's just silly answers. Or I like to say, there's no stupid questions, there's only stupid answers or dumb answers. And guys that don't have the time or think that you're wasting their time will get up your grill and be like, why you ask so many questions? You should be asking questions. Ask a lot of questions. Ask, if you're my apprentice and you're not asking me multiple questions in like the day, especially when you're first starting, not so much as soon as you get down the line a couple of years, not so much, but if you're not asking me multiple questions a day when you start, then I'm not going to see you as someone who is going to do very well. So the best advice I can give you is ask a lot of questions, absorb everything, take photos, Don't just go home and think, oh, I've done the day, I'm done. Have a look at what you've learnt for the day. Just go over it, 5-10 minutes. Just go over what you've done for the day. Learn for it. Take it in. Absorb it, and you can get through. You can get it through your apprenticeship quite quickly doing that too. I can't say I'm a great example of it, but here in New Zealand, a term's usually about 4 years. They try to get you through. It used to be hours. Now it's about 4 years. A lot of photos taken, explanations taken to assessors, not so much a lot of writing and a lot of paperwork. Not like it used to be. And usually over 4 years, they were looking at getting people signed off. I managed to get myself signed off in 19 months, which is fairly quick. So quick, so I thought I was going to get myself audited. So I wasn't. Was it scary to think I was going to get audited? It was. I did think, because I knew what I needed to know. My assessor thought I was ready. My boss thought I was ready. I didn't think I was ready. I didn't think I was ready for easily another year or so after I was signed off. I am now signed off. Doing it, so coming up, it's going to be 11 years coming into this year that I'm signed off. I started 2012 as a builder, so my experience is coming up 13 years. Which is, for some, that's not a lot either. It's quite small to be compared to some. A lot go into specialties as well after that. But anyway, sorry. Even after 10 years, some days I'm like, do I know how to do this? Do I know what I'm doing? You think I know what I'm doing? But if you're not learning every day, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're sitting in a limbo. You're just going by the days. You're just ticking by the days. If you're not, you need. I can't. Grow every day. Learn something every day if you can. Even if it's pick up a book, read a couple pages, YouTube video. Oh yeah, okay. Or sit down to something on television. It might be about an animal. Learn something. Grow. The brain is there and it's hungry and it wants to feed. Feed your brain. Grow. That's another one from Life and Growth. Catch you later. Take care of yourselves. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Look at the camera, man. See you.